I'm Jeremiah McKinnon, and this is NEC News Today. Here now are the top cannabis news stories from around New England for March 31st, 2023. There's an investigation into an ice cream shop in New Hampshire that allegedly sold cannabis-infused ice cream to customers. Individuals in New Hampshire ended up in the hospital feeling sick after eating ice cream obtained from Roots local food cafe and catering in Newmarket that they believe was laced with THC. Those who ate the ice cream were reported to have experienced dizziness and high blood pressure. The store's owners, who recently took over the business, say that they had no idea that any ice cream they had could have been infused with cannabis. They claim that the batch of ice cream must have come from the previous store owner. According to reporting from CBS Boston, local police as well as the Food and Drug Administration are now looking into the incident after each patient tested positive for THC at the hospital. Possession of cannabis is only decriminalized in New Hampshire up to 3/4 of an ounce. A cannabis testing lab in Massachusetts claims that Cannabis Control Commission investigators acted improperly during an unannounced inspection. Michael Kahn, the CEO of Massachusetts Cannabis Testing Facility, MCR Labs, recently wrote a letter to the Cannabis Control Commission to express his dissatisfaction with how their investigative staff behaved during an unannounced inspection at the Framingham MCR Labs facility. According to the letter, a group of 8 commission investigators arrived at the lab on March 21st and proceeded to act in a way that was unprofessional, inappropriate, and subjected employees of the lab to harassment and intimidation. In response to the letter, the Cannabis Control Commission defended their investigative staff and denied the claims, but did vow to take a look into the incident due to the seriousness of the situation. 2 social equity dispensaries have recently held ribbon-cutting ceremonies in the Boston area. In recent days, 2 social equity cannabis businesses, Rooted in Boston and Blue River Terps in Cambridge, both held ribbon-cutting ceremonies to mark the opening of their respective stores. Rooted In, a business of a social equity program participant, hosted a gathering on March 24th outside their store at 331 Newbury Street. According to a press release from the company, Rooted In has a community-focused mission to drive more wealth-building opportunities directly in their neighborhoods. Blue River Terps also held a ribbon-cutting ceremony at their cannabis dispensary at 966 Cambridge Street in Cambridge on March 25th. The Blue River Terps retail dispensary is an economic empowerment business and the 3rd recreational cannabis dispensary to open in the city of Cambridge. The store is unique for providing its customers with high-quality solventless cannabis products, including specialty concentrates and innovative edibles. This episode of NEC News Today is brought to you by CBD Please, the first CBD store east of the Mississippi, and your local resource for reasonably priced, lab-tested cannabis extracts. CBD Please was founded in 2014 by Bill Downing, who's been a leader in Massachusetts cannabis law reform since 1990. CBD Please offers everything from premium quality organic hemp buds to extracts, tinctures, and many other cannabinoids. Visit cbdplease.com for more information. A cannabis grower in Vermont was recently fined after the Cannabis Control Board discovered that he transported cannabis over state lines. The Vermont Cannabis Control Board fined a cannabis grower $20,000 after he posted a video of himself in New York sharing the cannabis that he grew in Vermont. According to reporting from Vermont Digger, the owner of Tall Truck Cannabis Cultivation Facility in Peacham uploaded a video to his Instagram from an unregulated Manhattan cannabis shop that showed him giving someone marijuana products that he claimed were from Vermont. While it may have seemed like a great idea at the time, the transportation of cannabis across state lines is a federal offense. The video was shared with Vermont regulators, who issued the $20,000 fine to Tall Truck for the incident. A former Boston City Councilor has received a community host agreement to move forward with opening a dispensary in the Back Bay neighborhood of Boston. Josh Zakim is one of the latest former politicians in Boston who is entering the cannabis industry. The former Boston City Councilor is now the CEO of Copley Connections, which proposes to locate a recreational dispensary in the Back Bay neighborhood. The company did receive a host community agreement from the City of Boston on March 6, 2023. Boston rules require that cannabis dispensaries be located at least 1/2 mile apart from one another. According to the story from Boston Herald, the Copley Connections dispensary is in the process of seeking a variance to waive the buffer zone requirement. City Councilor Tito Jackson and former Boston City Council President Mike Ross have also made names for themselves in the Massachusetts cannabis industry after exiting from their elected positions. In New Hampshire, lawmakers are fine-tuning their adult use legalization proposal with some improvements. A New Hampshire House committee is pushing for a few friendly amendments to the bill that was approved in February to legalize adult use cannabis. The New Hampshire House Ways and Means Committee voted in favor to reduce the tax that would be applied to cannabis cultivators from 15% to 12.5%. The wholesale tax is an attempt to avoid creating a cannabis sales tax at the register. Representatives also increased the amount of money that would be allocated to the State Liquor Commission over a 2-year period from $8 million to $15 million. The updates must receive the full support of the House in order to take effect. Representatives in Vermont's legislature are supporting an effort to increase the total amount of THC allowed per package of edibles. Recent legislation passed in the Vermont House would increase the maximum amount of THC in a cannabis package from 50 milligrams to 100 milligrams. According to reporting from the Manchester Journal, only Vermont and Virginia limit cannabis edibles to 50 milligrams of THC per package. The bill, H270, aims to reform several aspects of cannabis laws, including an increase to the number of cannabis plants a registered patient or their caregiver may cultivate. On March 28th, the bill passed in the House and is now before the Senate Committee on Economic Development, Housing, and General Affairs. Last but not least, Massachusetts cannabis company Temescal Wellness has announced that they're giving their employees a paid holiday for this 4/20. Massachusetts cannabis company Temescal Wellness has said that their employees can enjoy some rest and relaxation on April 20th by having a paid day off in recognition of 4/20. The decision may be confusing for some to understand, especially when the company's Director of Retail and Customer Engagement admits that April 20th is one of the most profitable days of the year for the company. The company says that they made the decision in order to raise awareness that 4/20 is a day for everyone to enjoy, including employees who work hard each day. Temescal Wellness says their stores will highlight special products and prices throughout the month of April for consumers and patients to enjoy. For the absolute latest New England Cannabis News, head on over to necnewstoday.com and follow us on all your favorite social media platforms. If you're enjoying the show, be sure to like this video. Subscribe to NEC News Today for more great content, and hit the bell icon so you never miss an episode of the show. For New England Cannabis News Today, this is Jeremiah McKinnon, reminding you to always use cannabis responsibly and to enjoy your cannabis-filled adventures throughout New England.